And for more on Congress's role in all of this, we are joined by our Capitol Hill correspondent, Lisa Desjardins. So, Lisa, let's talk about the policy involved here and who determines when the U.S. strikes another country. What's the debate in Congress right now?
Yeah, it's basic civics. Congress has the power to declare war, but under Article 2, the president oversees military operations. In reality, Congress has not declared war since 1942, and it has been presidents acting unilaterally. It have been war actions for the United States. Now, members of both parties, for a long time, have had a problem with this in Congress, but it is usually only the opposition party that does anything about it or attempts to challenge war powers. And indeed, Democrats now are about to bring war power resolutions to the floor of both the House and the Senate. The first one we expect to get a vote will be in the Senate. But in the House, Speaker Johnson said today to reporters that he opposes any efforts to check the president right now.
I don't think this is an appropriate time for a war powers resolution, and I don't think it's necessary. Listen, for 80 years, presidents of both parties have acted with the same commander-in-chief authority under Article 2.
But this is where the process matters. This is a privileged resolution, so Johnson may be forced to have a vote on the House floor, and we do expect a forced vote on the Senate floor on Iran this week.
And that's with the Democratic senator from Virginia, Tim Kaine, who introduced that bill. Tell us more about that and how this will play out in the Senate floor.
That's right. I think the resolution speaks well for itself. Let me read you exactly what's in this proposal from Senator Kaine. He would have this vote say, Congress hereby directs the president to terminate the use of United States armed forces for hostilities against the Islamic Republic of Iran unless explicitly authorized by a declaration of war or specific authorization. That is very clear. You cannot have military action against Iran without explicit permission from Congress. Now, it's interesting in the Senate, usually 60 votes required. In this case, only 51. So we will be watching if indeed enough Republicans join Democrats to pass this. It's possible. We know at least one, Rand Paul. It's also possible that happens in the House. But should this resolution pass, the president can veto it. So it ultimately is likely symbolic, but it is important.
And what does that debate look like in the House?
Right. I think it is a furious debate for Republicans. Looking at this, thinking about it, to me, Jeff, this may be the most politically risky move President Trump has ever taken. Now, with the ceasefire announcement, we see Republicans feeling a little bit better already about what was going on. But this is the breakdown. He has on one side of the MAGA base people who wanted this kind of bold action against American enemies, people like Lindsey Graham. Here's what he said this weekend over on Sunday shows.
I thought it was bold, quite frankly, brilliant militarily, necessary, and most importantly, effective. So well done, Mr. President, to your team and our military. It's a fantastic operation that has substantially degraded, I think, Iran's nuclear program.
But let's contrast that with another Mar-a-Lago, a frequent visitor. That's Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia. Here's what she posted today on social media. She wrote that Trump's MAGA agenda included these key promises: no more foreign wars, no more regime change. She wrote, it feels like a complete bait and switch to please the neocons. She went on, writing, after the bombs were dropped, we were told complete success, and Iran's nuclear capabilities were wiped out. Then it turned to Iran's nuclear facilities partially damaged. Now we don't know where their enriched uranium is. Those are some sharp words, things you'd usually hear from Democrats. I will say, just in the past couple of minutes, Jeff, I've been watching members of Congress. She just tweeted out, because of the ceasefire, thank you, President Trump, for pursuing peace. So that is a wild 180, but it is still an interesting fracture in the Republican base we've got to watch.
And do members of Congress have a good sense of how much damage the U.S. attacks caused? And if not, will they get some later this week?
I believe some of them do. Speaker Mike Johnson received a classified briefing, but the Gang of Eight, the top Democratic and Republican leaders, I'm told, has not had a classified briefing, though Democratic leaders have requested it. A source tells me that Democratic House leader Hakeem Jeffries has asked for more information and has still not gotten it.
Lisa Desjardins, thanks as always. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.